being an Anglican, I think of pastors as priests. And one thing that I think of when I think about priests is serving as a mediator. Really, it's just a way of trying to present to people God, give people the things of God. So I stand with the people and bring them to God. And that happens liturgically, but that also happens in pastoral care and counseling, preaching, and the like. A pastor is someone who I think brings God to the people and brings the people to God. The Center for Pastor Theologians is an organization, is an initiative, is a movement trying to help infuse the pastorate with a bit more theological framing and also a bit more theological formation. For the ultimate end, it's to help the church to be rich and empowered and enabled to know who God is and be able to minister God to the people in their communities. Last year, at the CPT Fellowship, we were talking a bit about narcissism in the church. And I think that's something that my congregation and maybe Christianity at large is a little bit more sensitive to, narcissistic leaders. And so I directly took what we were thinking about here on a Tuesday and Wednesday and stuck it into my sermon on Sunday, and then my leadership meeting that we had later on that next week on Thursday, sharing some of the things that I had learned about narcissism. Especially for my leadership team, they were really encouraged to hear their pastor thinking about how to avoid being a narcissistic leader and how we can kind of theologically remedy some of these tendencies that we sometimes see leaders falling into. And what the CPT does oftentimes is remind me of that the draw or the pull that I should be leaning into as a pastor is one that is theologically centered and theologically grounded so that I can then help my congregation to know and to love God.